Hello, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Nahmadu Hamsalli ala Rasulihil Karim Ammabad. So, in today's discussion, we can discuss about the traveling sector in Bangladesh and how the Bangladeshi government they can make a huge amount of success rate and the success policy in travel culture in Bangladesh. You know that traveling is a very good sector for the income source in Bangladesh, but there are no strategy for the Bangladeshi government to implement the basic source, implementing of travel strategy, travel coincidence, and the travel sustainability in Bangladesh. For example, we have a huge amount of places, and those places can be used for the travel success in Bangladesh. But that I have already mentioned, there are no region of the travel success and the travel sustainability in Bangladesh. So the first question may arise: how the Bangladesh government they can make a very good strategy over the travel structure and the travel policy in Bangladesh. The first reason is that Bangladesh have to make a very good laws. This laws will protect, this laws will save, this laws will ensure the travel certainty in Bangladesh, and by this way Bangladesh will get the success in the future time also. The second reason is that people have to much more cautious and educated about the travel sector and the travel history in Bangladesh, because you know that our neighbor country, Indian people, Sri Lankan people, and Malaysian people, they are more concerned about their environmental protection and the travel certainty. But in Bangladeshi people, they have no strategy to save the nature, to save the future, even to save the present generation also. For example, we have Cox's Bazar, and in our holiday, we usually visit the historical sites and natural beauty of the Cox's Bazar. But Bangladeshi government has no policy to visit the Cox's Bazar, to visit the Kuakata, or to visit the more surrounding places related to the environmental protection and the travel satisfaction. In addition, we have another place. The place name is Sundarban. Sundarban is on kind of Ramsar site, and more than 2 lakhs people every day they usually visit Sundarban. And in that structure, Sundarban's visitation, Sundarban's visitor policy, it is not codified and structured. For these regions, the world-class travelers they have no intention to visit these types of natural places, natural policy, or the natural beautification, and it is on kind of biggest dilemma in ensuring the travel sector and the travel satisfaction in Bangladesh. Having lots of controversies in our travel policy and the travel sector, I think that in the future time, Bangladesh government they will make a basic development policy on the sustainability issues in travel history and the travel sustainability in Bangladesh. So that I have already mentioned, we need a very collective laws. These laws will help the Bangladeshi government, individual entity, individual people, or the NGOs to make a basic development, to make a basic insurity over the travel policy and the travel sector in the future time also. Right now, we are surviving for the travel satisfaction and the travel codified history. The basic problem of traveling is that in Bangladesh, we have security problem. Whenever a foreign guest or the foreign culture they will visit Cox's Bazar, they will visit Sundarban, there are no certainty of their human dignity, there are no certainty of their monetary policy, there are no certainty of their wealth policy. So in that structure, how you will attract the global travelers in Bangladesh? For example, in Egypt or in the first class countries, they have codified principles, and by following the codified principle they can attract huge amount of traveler in those countries, and in it is on kind of greatest economic source in the modern architecture and the modern civilization. Even you know that Indonesia, there is a place, the place name is Bali. More than 10 plus lakhs people every year they have visited the Bali. They have visited the surrounding places of Philippine and Malaysian strategy. So how is it possible in Bangladesh? Bangladesh government they can make a huge steps of environmental policy, economic policy, or the economic benefit from the travel sectors. So during the time of Ramsar Convention in the year 1971, Sundarban and Tanguar Haur was declared on kind of Ramsar policy and the Ramsar site in the World Heritage. But till now, Bangladesh government did not make any kind of policy for flourishing the Sundarban and Tanguar How. Even there are no security for the Bangladeshi people, let alone how you will ensure the security for the world class people. So while I'm talking about the environmental certainty and the environmental policy of Bangladesh and the travel sector, so it is said that Bangladesh government have no intention to save those types of places, to save those types of historical places as well as the world heritage program. So I'm humbly requesting the present government to introduce the new policy, new sustainable policy for the protection, for the well-being, and for the sustainability of our travel sector. If the Bangladesh government is making these types of policy within 20 or 30 years, Bangladesh's economic policy will be so high. So whenever our economic policy will be so high, our environmental policy will be sustained, our environmental policy will be protected, even there will be no protection for the domestic travelers as well as for the international travelers. So in that schedule, in that mechanism, we have failed to do so. So for moving these types of stereotypes movement or the stereotypes philosophical movement, we have to come forward individually with the help of the NGOs, with the help of the Bangladeshi government, and at last we will ensure a sustainable traveler history traveling policy for the Bangladesh, and it will impact on our economic sector. So that I have already mentioned, whenever we can contribute to our economic sector, our government will invest more, because there is a policy that whenever there is an income source, the government is interested to implicate, to invest more money in that sector. And I can say without any kind of dilemma, without any kind of uncertainty, that if the Bangladeshi government invest more in our traveling sector, in our traveling fund, it will give the twice benefit in the future time also. For example, we can take the glaring example of India. India has a very beautiful beach named Goa Sea Beach, and India has lots